Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and in today's video we are going to learn Asana as virtual assistant. We are going to understand how to use Asana as a project management tool. Now, if you've been following this program from the beginning, you realize that we've been taking it gradually, we're taking it step by step. And here today we are looking at project management tools, and last time we looked at Trello as a project management tool. And today we are going to look at how to use Asana to manage a project, or how to use Asana to manage your daily task as a staff of a company or as a freelancer. Okay, so today we are going to look at Asana. Now, what is Asana? Asana is a project management tool that is used by professionals and businesses from all over the world to manage daily tasks and daily projects, and to ensure that companies and staff meet up with productivity goals so that you can deliver your job on time and as when due. Asana also helps businesses and business owners to assign tasks and manage teams from all over the world. It's a remote work tool. The way I see it is, it's a remote work tool that helps business owners to manage teams from all over the world, including teams in Nigeria, in Africa, in Pakistan, in China. Anybody anywhere can use Asana to manage their teams all over the world. So when you come to Asana, just go to asana.com like this. Asana.com, right? Asana, asana.com, okay? And then click enter, and then you land on this page, okay? And then you land on a page like this, all right? So wherever you land on, just click on get started. And when you click on get started, this is where you sign up and get your account set up, okay? And click on Google. Don't click on this one, because this one means you're already working for a company. For you to enter your company email address here. When you start working for a company, the company will give you an email address that ends with their company name, all right? But now you are a virtual assistant, you are trying to learn Asana. All you have to do is to click here, click Google, all right? And then sign up. But for me, I already have an account, so I'll simply go back and then log in. So when I click login, I'll simply click Google and then sign in back with my Google account. So let me sign in with this one. Please, YouTube, I'm going to post this on YouTube. YouTube, I am not attacking anybody or exposing anybody's personal information. This is for educational purposes only. Thank you. All right, so this is my own account. When you finish signing up, this is where you land in. And then this is my own project, this is my own dashboard, this is my own account, this is my own profile. All right, so you can see this is my profile. You can see me here. I've already added my picture here. So when you land in, okay, you are going to create a project. So right now we are going to create a project so that you know how to use Asana. There are only two things I want you to learn when it comes to using Asana at your level. One, so the first one is how to join a project, and second one is how to create a project. Okay, you are going to learn how to create a project and learn how to join a project. Those are the two things I want you to learn right now. Every other thing is just noise. Okay, so when you come here, the first thing we are going to do is to create a project. So you click here, this create button with this red button here to create. You click here and then you choose, do you want to create a task? A task is something like, I want to record a video. That's your task. Do you understand? A project is, I want to make a YouTube video. Do you understand? There are so many things that comes into making a YouTube video, which what we are going to do today. We are going to learn how to manage a simple project like making a YouTube video. Here is, you're going to send a message to a team member. Here you are going to build a portfolio. A portfolio is a group of projects. A group of projects is called a portfolio. So you can organize a group of projects into one portfolio. Do you understand? And then a goal is, you want to specify a goal you want to achieve for like a week, a month, or a year. Businesses use this particular thing here, this particular session, to organize their businesses for a year. So in this year we want to achieve this goal. There are financial goals, HR goals, human resource goals, and all those things. AI teammate, all right? So Asana is building something called AI teammate. Here they are building people staff online, that AI assistant online that businesses can hire and organize those teammates, AI teammates to they organize them to build a particular project or execute a particular task. Okay, here you are going to invite your teammates. Okay, but we are not doing this here right now. We are going to do it later. So the first thing we are going to do now is to click here to create a project. Now, this is how to create a project. When you click that particular button, you land on this interface, and then you can see create with AI, which means you're going to use the help of AI to create. Here you're going to import a project you have already created, but here you're going to create a blank project. This is the one I want you to click. You click here to create a blank project. So here you're going to name the project. So we are going to name it YouTube video. Okay, and then you click on continue, and here it is going to show you this interface to select what you want. How do you want to view or manage your project? Okay, now I'm going to show you this. This is the overview. Don't want overview. Anyone you don't want, to simply click it and it will highlight. Okay, on highlight or whatever you choose to call it. So you are going to have a list view, you're going to have a timeline, you're going to have a board, you're going to have a dashboard. Each one I hover on, you look at how it is going to appear here. This is what we call a list of project on dependencies and all those subtasks. All of them will appear as a list. This is the list view. This is the board view. Okay, this is the timeline view. This is the dashboard view. You can see everything here. And then look at this title here, popular. This is just a project management tool. Look at this Gantt chart. It's called a Gantt chart. Now this is calendar view. Okay, this is a Gantt chart view. This is a calendar view. This is a workload. This one shows you this. You can see if I click here, you'll be able to see. Can you see when I click here? You can see that you have teammate here, and beside this teammate you see their work activity here. Okay, you can see the teammate and their work activity to show you how they are working and the level of activity they are doing in a certain day. Do you understand? Okay, so you can see this one is notes. Notes is just summaries and explanations of what is going on and what each member is doing in a certain period of time. And then I've already explained this one is a Gantt, and Gantt is just a view of what each member is doing. You can see as I hover on Gantt, you see this side. Okay, you see how it is arranged. It's just arrangement of tasks and the persons doing those tasks. That is what I'm showing you all this time. So you have list view, you have board view, you have timeline view, you have board view, dashboard view, and then you have Gantt chart, calendar, workload, notes. All those things are just views, how you view what each member of the team is doing. Okay, so after you've selected all these things, then you click create project. So this is our project, and now we are going to populate this place. We are going to add task to this place. Okay, so you see this here, you see add task. I want to show you something. All those things we were adding, the view we were adding, the board view we are adding. You can see list view here. We are in a list view. Okay, this is a list view. This is a board view. This is a timeline view. Shows you a timeline of what every member of the team is doing and the task that you have assigned. And this is a dashboard. So when we have added, see the dashboard. So when we have added, task here, you will now click this place to see how they appear. Okay, so that is what we are going to do. But before we do that, I want to show you something. Remember what I said, that the only two things you need to do here, all right, are create a project and manage the project and gain access to a project that another person has created. So I want you to come here and then click share. When you click share, you're able to add other team members, invite other team members. Okay, so that when you invite those team members, you can assign tasks to them. Now what happens is, when you join a company, say you are working for a company abroad, you are going to, of course, apply with your email address, your work email. Now they are going to add that email here to add you to their workspace. So when you are in this workspace, you will appear here so that when they are creating a project, they will be able to assign a task to you. Now, what I'm going to do is to add some of you here, and I hope that YouTube will not flag the video because of that, because when you expose people's email addresses, YouTube will flag those emails, will flag the video as you are trying to expose people's privacy online. So what we are going to do now is I want to open okay, so this is emails. Okay, this is emails, but the way I've displayed it here, I think YouTube is going to frown at it, but if they let it go, I'll be very happy. So I want to add these people right now to my workspace, to that project. They are my staff. This is my team. Okay, this is my team. So I want to add my teammates, okay, my staff, to that project so that I can assign tasks to them. And the first person is this person here. This is Ekene Michael, sorry. This is Ekene Michael. So I'll click here, share, and then add Ekene here. Okay. So I've added them in my other project. So I will simply add this person, and then I'll add this person. Okay. And then I'll click invite. Look at here. It's asking me to give them permission. What can they do in this project? One, they can be the editor, which means they can add, edit, and delete anything in the project. They can only comment but cannot edit anything, which means they are commenters. Or they can just view without commenting or editing. I want them to be editors. I want them to have access to the tool and everything inside here, but they cannot be admin. I am the admin. I am the only person that have full access to change settings, modify, or delete the project. They cannot do that. They can only work on the project. So leave it on editor, and then I'll click invite. Now what is going to happen is that, look at them. This is 1, 2. They are supposed to be 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 teammates. This is them, and this is me here. Okay, and then again, I'm telling YouTube that this is for educational purposes. I am not exposing anybody's email address or attacking anybody. Thank you. Okay, so now that we have added our teammate, let us go and create our project. Now this is where we are going to add our task. This is our project, and we are going to click here now to add a task. This is a task, but what are we doing? Let me show you. This is what we are doing. You can see that we are about to do what? Create a YouTube video. How to use Asana. This is the YouTube video we want to create for virtual assistant. Okay, so this is the YouTube video we want to create. But this is the things we need to do to make this project successful. This is the things we need to do. And this is me here. The first thing we need to do is to brainstorm ideas. And this task is assigned to Lawrence, which is me. And then write the title, subtitle, description, and tags. This task is assigned to our copywriter, Shadrach. And then the next one is design the thumbnail. This is assigned to our copywriter and designer, Shadrach. Write the script belongs to Lawrence. I want to do that one myself, or I want to give it to Shadrach. He's our copywriter. Okay, so we have assigned the work of writing the script to Shadrach. Now we are going to assign the work of recording the video to Lawrence. And then we assign the work of editing the video to Paulina. And then we assign the work of reviewing and uploading the video to Lawrence. And then we assign the work of promoting the video to Michael. Okay, now that's what we are going to do, because I am the project owner. Your boss, who is in America or London or wherever, is the project owner. Okay, so that is the arrangement. And for me to be able to pull off this project, I need my team to be at work. And for me to know that they are working, I need Asana to manage them. Have you seen it now? So right now, we are going to schedule all these tasks to them, and then tell them when to finish it and when to submit it, and then when we can mark it as done. When we mark this one as done, we will move on to this one. When we mark this one as done, we will move on to this one. When we mark that's how it is done. That's how a project is done. Do you understand? Okay, so now let us go. So we copy this, right? And then go to our project. And this is our project. We have already clicked add task. And now we are going to add the task here. Now this is the task, okay? And then when you look around this way, you are going to see assignee. Assignee is the task, is the staff that is going to work on this task. And who is that? Who is that assignee? Lawrence. So we click here, and then the teammate, this is the project owner and this is the teammate. This drop down, even if you have 200, the 200 of them will drop down here. And if you want to invite another teammate, you can click here to invite another teammate. But right now we want to assign this thing to Agia Shedrack. So we click here, and then this project is now assigned to this person, this teammate, this team member. Do you understand? Okay, now let us tell him when do we want him to finish this task. We click here and then say we want you to finish this task on 25th, and that's it. Now we can click here to add more, right? Okay, so click here and then we add another field called task progress. Okay, this helps us to keep tab on the progress of the work. So when you click enter, this modal opens, and this is where we're going to set up this particular tab that we just created called work progress. Okay, task progress. Okay, so we are going to select, click here, can click here to add descriptions, but we don't want descriptions, so just click here to add options. We are going to say task started, and then here we are going to say not started. Okay, and then click create field. So now when you see task progress and then you click here, we are going to select work not started because this person has not started the work. But when Shedrack starts the work, is going to do what? Click here and select task started. Do you understand? Okay, so now let us put it back to work not started. Another one we are going to create here is called task in review, meaning that the task has been completed by Shedrack and sent to me, the project owner, for review. Okay, so we are going to say click here, right? You can click here to add project or click here to just go ahead and add the options. We are going to say submitted, and here not submitted. Okay, and then click create field. So when you come here, has he submitted the work? No, so leave it at not submitted. Another one here is done. We are going to create here to add another field called done, as in work done, task completed, right? So we are going to say task completed, and then click enter, and we are going to add description, or we just come here and say completed or not completed. So we are going to create field, and now we're going to click here to see the options. Is the work completed? No, it is not yet completed. So that is how we are going to set up our program. Okay, so this is brainstorm ideas. Who is going to take care of this brainstorming of ideas? Shedrack. Now I want to take this particular task to who? Lawrence. It is me that we should do this work. So the next work now is what? Okay, so the task is even assigned to Lawrence originally. So the next task is write the titles, subtitles, descriptions, tags, and who is going to do this? Shedrack. Let's go and then put this here, Shedrack. And then who do we assign this to? Shedrack. And when do we want him to finish this? Deadline is 25th, which is tomorrow. These are tasks to be done tomorrow. And then click here to select not started, not submitted, not completed. So the next task is what? Design the thumbnails. Okay, so who has this task? Shadrach. Okay, so we select Shadrach. And when is he supposed to finish this? He's supposed to finish it tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, which is 25th. Today is what? 24th. And then, is this work started? Nope. Not submitted and not completed. Okay. And then the next task is what? Write the script. Okay. And then we paste it here, and then we assign it to who? Who do we assign it to? Shadrach. Okay, Shadrach, who's our copywriter, and this work should be finished on 26th, right? Because it's a lot of work. And then task progress not started. Is it in review? No. Is it completed? No. All right, so the next task is record the video. This task goes to Lawrence, okay, the project owner. We paste it here, we select the project owner Lawrence, and record the video should be completed on 27th, okay, because the script should be done by Friday, and then by Saturday I should record the video. And then the progress is not started, review not submitted, and task completion neither. We have not completed the task, not even started. And then the next task here is edit the video, because after I've recorded the video on Saturday, I need to forward that video to Paulina. I will send her the video on Saturday so that she can start editing it on what? Sunday. And I want this video to be done editing on Sunday. Okay, so here I will put it here, and then assign this task to who? So I'll now assign this work to Paulina. She's our editor, and she's supposed to finish this work on Monday. Look at Monday here. She's supposed to be done on Monday. So, right, and the progress is not started and not submitted and not completed. So the next task is, what's the next task? Review and upload the video. So we go back and paste it here. It is me, the project owner, that should do this. So we select me, and the date to review and upload will be on Tuesday. No, let's put it on Wednesday, because we don't know, anything could happen. So let us plan for emergencies. Okay, so we put it here on Wednesday. Okay, and this is July 1. So we say that this task has not even started, so it is not submitted and it is not completed. So the last task here is promote the video. Okay, we promote the video, and that task goes to our social media manager, Michael, this guy here. Okay, and let me just shock you. Michael's work started before we even started to write the script. Michael's task has already started, because that is what social media is. Responsive social medias start their work even before every other person. So let's give it to Ekene Michael, and the date for him to start is a mail. So for him to start this task, he needs to start this work on 25th. Why? Because that was the day we decided that we were going to make this video, and we already wrote the scripts and designed the thumbnail, which is what? The thumbnail is what he's supposed to be using to promote the video, and the title, right? We have already decided the title, we've already created the thumbnail, and that's what he's supposed to be using to promote the video everywhere. You can use it to create flyers, you can use it to create social media content, you can use it to create, buzz on social media, so that by the time this video drops, okay, our audience will have known that there's a video. They simply click to start watching. All right, so this is started, and this is submitted, and this is completed. So I intentionally did this way so that you can see how it looks. Okay, and then brainstorm ideas. I want it to be started. I've already started this work, because this one is today. Set it back to today. Okay, so you can see today here, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Monday. So this is how project happen. This is how project happen all over the world. Do you understand? So somebody initiates the project, plans the project, assigns the task to team members, adds those team members, and then monitors the execution of this until it is done. Now, we have already set up our project, and the next thing I'm going to show you is this. Remember that everything here, it could take you 1 week to learn everything here, and I don't want to show you everything. I want you to be focused. This particular video is for you to do two things: to be able to create a project and be able to join a project. Do you understand? Okay. Now, I want to show you, this is the list. This is how the list view is. What we are seeing now is what? A list view. List view. See list here. List view. Now, let me show you how the board view looks like. This is how the board view looks like. This is a board, okay? This is it. This is it. So if you hover on this thing now, there are so many elements here. If you click here, you can edit this. You edit this title here, the task. If you hover on this one, you see the task progress. If you hover on this one, you see the review progress, whether this task is already in review. If you hover on this one, you see whether the task has been completed. If you hover on this one, you can add more fields. You can add more fields. Something that thing we did here. That thing we did here, okay? You can add more field. You see this plus button here that we click to add this field. You can also see it here, okay? So if you click hover over here, you see the project assignee. This is the task assignee. This is the person that is going to handle this particular task. Do you understand? So if you come down, you see, you hover over this, and then you can edit this. You can click here to choose another one. Maybe you want to choose it as started. If Shadrach comes here, because Shadrach has access to this now, when Shadrach checks his email, all right, the invitation, he will simply accept the invitation and land on this page. He will be able to, change this thing to task started. Task has not been started, so let me change it back, okay? And the deadline for this is tomorrow. Deadline is tomorrow. Do you understand? And then this is Shadrach. When Shadrach, adds his image, when he adds his image, the image is going to appear here just like my own appeared. And I'm going to show you how to, add your image. To add your image, all you need to do is click on this and then click on settings. And then you can see here, add your image here, change your name here, right? Decide the pronoun you want your teammate to call you, whether you want them to call you she, he, or they, okay? And then other settings here, and then click out. Okay, so that's one shortly. So that is, you want to add a section, you can add it here. A section is like a couple of tasks that is grouped into one group, call it a section. Right, so let me show you the timeline. This is a board view. This is the timeline view. This is a timeline. Can you see it here now? So this is a task that is today. This is for tomorrow. Tomorrow, you can see the task as it lines. Now, this is design thumbnails. This task started on which day? This is a task here. Can you see it now? So if we had like hundreds of tasks, it will not appear in this timeline, and it will appear like this. Do you understand me now? Good. So the next one is dashboard. This is how it shows up in dashboard, right? How it shows up in the dashboard. Okay, so total task, total incomplete task is 8. Total task is 8, right? So this board is what they call the default board. If we want to, create our own board that reflect exactly what we have done, we click here, click this widget, click charts, and then set up our own board here. But we don't want to go into all that right now, right? So what we are going to do next is I will now teach you, okay, how to join a task, how to join a project as a virtual assistant. You are employed in a company abroad, and the person invites you, enters your email address here, and then sends, let's say I enter Victoria, right? Victoria. I don't have Victoria's email address off head. Feji here. Feji Bob. I've forgotten it totally. So let's assume that I add veggiebob here, right, at gmail.com. And then, so this is it. Say I click on invite, and then she gets this, has been invited. So veggiebob has been invited to Asana. So she'll be invited to Asana, and then when she joins my team, she's going to, come to this place and click my task. When she clicks my task, this is me, my task here, and then these are all the tasks that are assigned to me. These are all the tasks that are assigned to me. You can see here. My first task, you have a task on July 1. I have a task that, the due date is Saturday. I have a task that the due date is today. I have it, which is what you can see, the blue tick here to show me that this is very, very important. I can have a task that the due date is Sunday. Do you understand now? Okay, so Asana invitation could not be delivered to veggiebob. This invitation I sent now, right, did not deliver, and the thing already came here as an alert so that I can attend to it immediately. You can see the blue tick here. All right, so why was it not delivered? Because I didn't get the email correctly. Do you understand? Okay, so this is it. So when you come here, you click on my task, and then your image will appear here. My task will be here, and then you simply look at all the tasks that you need to attend to and the due date here. All right, and the collaborators. Look at my task, brainstorm ideas. My collaborator is Shadrach. That's the person I'm collaborating with. And the project is YouTube video. You can see. So this is very, 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 very easy to navigate. All right. So those are the only two things that I want to teach you in this video, and those are the most important thing you can do in Asana. Okay. Let's go back to home. Click here to go to home, and when you click home, you will see good afternoon, whatever your name is, and then these are the project you have created and the project you are a part of. Right, task I have assigned. These are the tasks that I have assigned or you have assigned. If you haven't assigned any task, nothing will appear here. All right, and then when you go down, you see my tasks. These are my tasks. You see the task here that you need to start doing immediately, or you can see the date here, that their due date. And then here, people, collaborators. Okay, these are the people you have collaborated with. I've collaborated with this person, overdue. He has one task overdue. Shadrach has one task overdue. That's the project I created before, and all these ones. You can also come down here to use these resources. These are resources that Asana has designed for you and me. So these are free courses you can take on Asana. All right. So that is it. And here are your goals. Remember what I talked to you about goals. Okay, these are your team and goals. Okay, so here you create your goals and you use it to track your day, your week, to see how you're performing in your life. Okay, so that is it. If there's any part of these two things I just discussed that you don't understand, please let me know during our discussion. We are going to have a discussion today, this evening, so you just let me know. Okay, and now I have to edit this video and post it on YouTube so that you can go and watch it, and then we'll discuss it in the evening. But remember what I said, this is a very big ecosystem. Asana is very big. You cannot learn everything in one video. This video is the introduction to Asana. So I want to get you up to speed so that you can join a team or join a project without any problems at all. Okay, I'll see you this evening and we'll discuss it. This is something we can discuss. This is work, strategy, workflow, people. This is where you invite people. All right. So there are so many things to discuss here, in Asana. But right now, I want you to learn those two things. How to create a project, we've done that. And how to join a project, I've told you that. Right. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.